it's gotten harder to find good stuff. So I firmly believe that it's just harder to find. That right now there's probably more good music. And I mean, good is a real subjective thing, but good music is, music that anyone will like. There is music for anyone out there. There were 60,000 records released last year. I mean, there's got to be something there for everyone, right? 90% of radio is owned by 4 or 5 giant conglomerates. When radio first came out, the music industry and radio had this like weird alliance. It was kind of a yin-yang thing, or almost symbiotic. The record companies provided the music that radio played. And in turn, for playing it on the radio, the record companies got to sell lots of music, and that worked through rock and roll. And up until the 80s, when things started to get very corporate. And since then, while the music business, or particularly the record business, has operated under the assumption that it's business as usual, the radio industry is operating under the assumption that we need to sell time to make money. I mean, radio's not there for your enjoyment. Radio's there to make money. If they can make more money with a different format, they're going to flip the format like that. So radio is now very big money, and it's owned by 4 or 5 large companies. 95% of the radio in America is owned by 4 or 5 large companies. And those companies don't care about breaking the music. They care about selling their airtime. People, what they want on a lowest common denominator basis. They're not going to feed the people culture, but they're going to feed them entertainment. And it's going to be, safe entertainment, because they don't want to have, unless it's their brief, they don't want to have, a lot of, stuff going on, especially about their music.
Well, what are some examples that you're seeing, in modern radio today, and how it's perpetuating this sort of?
Oh man, well, for one thing, it's programmed by computer. It's all programmed. Were you aware of that? The DJ is an anachronism. Calling somebody a disc jockey, unless they're in a club, calling them a disc jockey is an anachronism. Like if Joni Mitchell were trying to break today, no one would play her because she's too eccentric, just slightly off center. And she's no Christina Aguilera. But that's kind of the point. Everything's become this Disney version of reality.